Hello, it's Jim Hutchens for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. This week my wife, Pat, and I are in Poland. We have been invited there by the Chief Rabbi of Poland to bring Pat's paintings, the whole series of paintings that she has done entitled the Auschwitz Album Revisited. We're taking part in the Krakow Jewish Cultural Festival that's going on this week, and her paintings will actually be exhibited at Auschwitz. This is a great honor for us to be a part of this. We see ourselves as really ambassadors of reconciliation, because this is an attempt, this whole cultural festival is an attempt to bring reconciliation between Jews and the Polish people and other Christians, most of whom are Catholic Christians. So we're ambassadors of reconciliation. It's a privilege to be a part of that. As you know, Auschwitz was the center of the extermination machine conceived by the Nazis. It is a horrific past, and yet I see it as something of a warning for what can and likely will take place in the future, not only for Jews but for Christians as well. Jesus said, "The day is coming when my followers will be killed, and those who kill them will think they're doing God's will." So it's going to get worse before it gets better, and Jews and Christians are in this thing together until the Messiah comes, until Jesus returns. So we need to be prepared for that. Anti-Semitism is on the rise in Europe, reaching World War II levels, some see. It's pervasive. It's endemic throughout the Muslim world, even in the United States, in secular academia, in the political science departments, in the Middle East studies departments, humanities. There's an anti-Israel, anti-Zionism that is veiled anti-Semitism that is pervasive as well. So what can we do about it? Two prayers, I think. One is from Hosea chapter 2, and at that point, those who are opposed to God, God says, "I will block their path with thorn bushes, and I will wall them in so that they cannot find their way." My prayer for those who are standing against God, His scriptures, His people, His word, His values in our country, among our leadership, that they would, that their paths would be blocked by thorn bushes, painful thorn bushes. I pray that they would be walled in so that they cannot find their way, that there'd be confusion in their camp. I think that's the way we need to pray. Pray for those in authority, but there are those who are opposed to God's will that are in positions of leadership, and we need to pray against that as well. The other prayer is from Luke chapter 21, verse 36. This is a prayer that Jesus says to pray. And I must believe that Jesus says to pray this, that he fully intends to answer that prayer. He says to his followers, he says, be watchful, always on the alert. He says pray, and the word for prayer is beseech. There's an intensity to this prayer, a sense of urgency. Pray with intensity. And then the next word is that you may have a pervasive power. Be watchful, beseeching God that you may have a pervasive power to escape all that is about to happen and stand before the Son of Man. That's the way I think we need to pray in the days that are ahead, recognizing what's coming. That's the way I pray. I pray for my family, my grandchildren. I pray for our country that way. And I would encourage you to pray that way as well. So until next week, Od Yavo Shiloh, or until the Messiah comes, Shalom Aleichem.